Quick read. We'll get into the Kirk Cousins stuff, but Monarch Money is a proud sponsor of this show. Ever check your bank account and wonder, where'd all my money go? Between dining out, online shopping, and entertainment, it is easy to lose track. That's where Monarch Money comes in. It's your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center where you can track down all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So stop just managing your money and start building wealth. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use promo code LOCKEDONNFL at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That is monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONNFL for half off your first year. Guys, if you haven't seen the pictures, Steve, you take tag board full here, but Kirk Cousins was in Cleveland yesterday. It has been confirmed. He was first spotted at the Chipotle in Westlake. We did some reverse Google imaging to confirm that was the Chipotle in Westlake. Kirk Cousins then responded to this tweet telling everyone his Chipotle order, salad with double chicken, never fails me.
It's a good call.
Ian Rappaport then took this tweet, confirmed with Kirk Cousins that he was in Chipotle in Westlake. After his stop at Chipotle, he stopped over by City Barbecue in Avon. Maybe he was hanging out with Jason Lloyd. Maybe he wasn't. Who knows? But he was on the West Side tour yesterday. And, Jason, you have some information on maybe what Kirk was doing, but it doesn't appear to be he was meeting with the Browns.
Well, I learned a valuable lesson. First of all, the summer LeBron came back, I learned a really valuable lesson because Dan flew down to Miami to meet with LeBron and patch that relationship up. And
was that when everyone was chasing his tail number?
Yes, when everyone was chasing the plane. And I said, guys, he's got strip malls down there. Like, there's 100 different reasons why he would be down there. I don't think it has anything to do with this. And then, lo and behold, that's exactly what it was. What are the odds that Kirk Cousins is in freaking Cleveland? Like, we got from both sides yesterday, it has nothing to do with the NFL.
You understand.
Which is why I led with the Dan plane.
Yes.
Because
they can't talk.
Of course. But here's the part that's important. So both from Cousins' side and from the Browns' side, yeah, he was here, but it had nothing to do with NFL matters. So, okay. Yes, he's under contract still to the Falcons. The Browns' top decision makers were not here yesterday. They were in State College. So that can throw cold water on, well, he was here meeting with the Browns. Well, he wasn't meeting with the Browns because the Browns weren't here.
Right.
The Browns were in Pennsylvania having dinner with Abdul Carter. Why was he here? Man, I don't know. I learned a long time ago not to make assumptions.
Either way.
Yeah,
that's
safe. So, yes, he was here. No, it was not in any sort of official capacity with the Browns.
He's looking for houses?
He's going to move in next to Bill Cowher in Strongsville.
John Breach of CBS just moved to column 7 minutes ago. And in the column, I couldn't read the whole thing because we were on with Damian, but I skimmed through it. He says, both sides say it was NFL related. He didn't make this point. They can't say anything but.
Right.
Mm-hmm. They can't. The Browns can't say, oh, yeah, we were in to kick the tires on them.
Right.
Or Kirk can't say, hey, I was here to talk to the Browns about maybe. But the point that John makes in his piece, and he brings up looking for a house, and I'm not saying that's what he was doing. We're trying to find out why would Kirk Cousins be in Cleveland, Ohio? The Cleveland Clinic's here.
Mm-hmm. That was the point I made yesterday.
Maybe he's getting something, the Achilles looked at. Who knows? I don't know. It seems way too coincidental to me. So what I've learned in my 38 years is a lot of times where there's smoke, there's an inferno.
Yeah.
However, sometimes there is smoke and it's just smoke. It never develops. What John says in his piece is Kirk clearly wants out of Atlanta. It's not expected for him to put the full court press on a trade until April. Which, after the draft.
Yeah.
I think if you're the Browns and you're going to do something, you need to know if that move is happening before the draft.
Could he accidentally, now I don't know if this is a thing, can you do a physical that the league doesn't know about?
You could do a lot of things the league doesn't know about.
Like, hey, we want to know how that Achilles is doing. Could you go to the Cleveland Clinic and get a physical and just tell us the results?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And it has happened.
Okay.
So, yes.
And there is a Cleveland Clinic facility in Avon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just for
by the way, he had lunch and dinner
Yeah, like
on the West Side.
Yeah, what was you doing?
And he did, and he's not hiding it. Like he's
So
posting
that
for
was the
pictures. He's tweeting at fans.
That was the thing that made me laugh. There are a million ways. Now, Kirk Cousins stands out, especially after his role in the documentary. I think everybody now knows Kirk Cousins a lot more than they did. And you like that. He's a recognizable character. And in Cleveland, he would stand out. But if one wanted to come to Cleveland, Ohio, and blend in, there are a million ways to do that.
Hats and sunglasses work well.
He so wanted everyone to know he was in Cleveland, he responded to a tweet that could have been fake to confirm to everyone, oh, hell yeah, I'm in Cleveland, Atlanta.
And he ate dinner. You don't get lunch. And listen, people don't, especially guys on the move, y'all be in airports all the time, right?
Yeah.
You gonna maybe get you some lunch, and then that dinner is, I'm gonna either catch something at the hotel or sit down.
I'm Uber eating everything. I don't want to go out.
Yep.
I don't want anyone to see me. I want to stay in my hotel room.
2 times?
And he went out twice. And that's right, just in case everybody in Atlanta and everywhere else didn't see that I went to Chipotle.
I'm going to City Barbecue.
Now I'm going to City Barbecue. And I damn well might show up at the Cavs game
Hey,
tonight.
anybody want a picture? Come here. Come here.
Hey, you're going to tweet this, right? Handle me.
Give me one of the blue jerseys, the baby blue one.
I'm surprised he wasn't courtside at the Cavs. I really am.
I was looking.
I thought he would be there last night. I told some friends, I go, how much you want to bet? He ends up on the Jumbotron.
Oh, man.
Because think about what reaction that would have elicited.
Right in Myles Garrett's seats, right in the front.
Yes.
With Miles.
Yeah.
That would have been the.
With
Yes,
Miles.
that would have been the.
You talk about the rumor mill catching on fire.
Would that be illegal?
No. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's just two dudes
He's
hanging out.
patronizing with his buddy.
Two dudes
wild.
hanging out.
What he can't do
These guys
is
have
what
friends
his
on
agent
teams.
and what the Browns vehemently denied. No, we don't know. We
weren't even in the city.
And just
That's a
because
perfect alibi.
all of the decision makers for the Browns were out of town,
Yeah.
it could have been discussed in advance. Look, we're all going to be gone on Wednesday or Thursday.
Yep.
So you need to come in on Thursday
Yep.
so no one connects
So
those
we have an
dots.
alibi.
So we have an alibi.
All right, we got super chats to wrap up today's show.
Kirk's coming to Cleveland.
I want to read them all first because they're all related to the LeBron Sanders conversation. I'll read them all. And
Oh,
then if we have
good.
time,
Did
we
you
can
do a
react.
poll or no?
We did. 68% right now said a Super Bowl would be bigger than the Cavs championship. But we got a bunch of super chats all related to that, so let me run through all of them at once, then we can react after. Brody's bottom line says, so Jason, LeBron won the championship all by himself? Your fanboy's coming out.
They don't win it without LeBron.
Boss Crow says, Jason, 100, 100, 100. LeBron's championship was historic. Salvatore the 216 said, Jason, preach. LeBron's been taken for granted.
He has.
Boss
That's
Crow
true.
also says, LeBron after title Cleveland, this one's for you. Brody says, so Kyrie's 27 points in the finals didn't help.
Of course it helped.
Salvatore the 216 says, if I led the Browns, let me just read them all because then you can read them all at once.
All right.
If the Browns, if I led the Browns to a Super Bowl win, it'd be the biggest thing in Cleveland history. Browns football just hits different no matter what. Boss Crow, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, says shame Cleveland trolls LeBron. Hate all he has done. I'll read it one more time. Shame Cleveland trolls LeBron, hate all he has done.
It's a shame Cleveland troll.
It's a shame
For all
Cleveland
he's
trolls
done.
LeBron for all he has done.
Yeah.
Okay. Hakeem Labanga says, as unique and special as the Cavs championship was, Cleveland will always be a Browns town. The Browns bring out something different in Cleveland.
Not arguing that.
Divergent XXX says, which of the remaining free agent receivers should the Browns sign? We'll get to that in one sec. Chief Brian K says, Jason, there's no such thing as very unique. You're a writer. You should know that. It means one of a kind or something is either unique or it's not.
Did I say very unique?
I think you did. so
Maybe,
thank
but
you,
we
thank
had
you.
qualifiers all the time.
And
I
then
mean,
Divergent
everybody's an English
XXX
teacher.
Right.
I hate
says
that.
G got his chubs on from Happy Gilmore swag. All right, so Jason, you could reply to any of all the people that say
Of course,
you're not
LeBron
giving Kyrie
did.
credit.
Of course, LeBron didn't do it himself. Kyrie hit the biggest shot in franchise history.
Yeah.
Like they don't win it without Kyrie. They sure as hell don't. They don't even get there without LeBron. What did Kyrie do for 4 years before
Yeah,
LeBron
we saw
came
what
back?
it looked like in
Nothing.
Cleveland without LeBron, but with
Nothing.
Kyrie.
You forget about the block. Go look at the scientific data behind the block
the
on
track down.
Iguodala. Yeah,
Just the chase down itself.
block. It's
unreal.
unbelievable.
Not to mention that he went to he stepped in and he went to the finals 4 years in a row.
One
8
thing
years in a row.
Like that's,
4 in Miami and 4
like,
years.
that's
One thing
wild.
that's interesting to me is when I set up when I last saw the data, I used to see it every year. The last year I saw it was 2017, and I'd said that the Browns were plus 34 when it came to fans in Cleveland self-identifying as diehards. So that number was 34 points higher than what the Cavs were, so Browns to Cavs.